Where you at, Berto?
This is how women fall in love. Explained. I know a lot of y'all want a female companion, so today we're going to be getting into how to actually make that happen. I'm gonna debunk, agree, disagree, and see what it really is. Let's get right into it. Come on, make sure you love up on Twitch. Link to that will be in the description. It is
Where you at, Berto?
Come on, man. It's easy to find, easy to spell. Let's do it.
What I'm about to explain to you is something 99% of men don't know. I'm going to explain to you one of the most important principles you need to understand to be successful with girls, and that is how a woman falls in love. We'll take emotional chemistry and understand where it comes from and how it breaks apart, so that by the end of this video, you'll have a clear idea of the process by which a girl falls in love. And of course, once you understand this process, you'll be able to use it. So welcome to one of the most important videos I've ever posted on YouTube since I started. The moment you start talking to a girl, her desire for you is at 0, and this desire keeps rising until it reaches its peak, the stage of love. In this chart you're seeing now, there are 2 factors that contribute to the process of a woman falling in love. The first thing I want you to understand, and it's essential you know it, as it's the foundation of everything I'll be saying in this video, is that for a girl to fall in love, she needs time. That means there's no specific move or something you possess that she'll just see and immediately fall for you. No, she needs time.
So this,
she's like
right off the rip, this is definitely facts. A lot of y'all be living in that fantasy world thinking that a woman just gonna fall in love when she lays eyes on you, my nigga. That's not how that's gonna play out at all. This isn't a Disney movie, my nigga. Matter of fact, she's looking at you weird because she actually thinks you're weird, buddy. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take some time, so definitely. But that's everything in life. Everything in life worth having is gonna take some build up. You don't want that shit to just rush into it too quick, because you might fuck around rushing into something that's gonna burn your shit off. You don't want to do that either. Oh, your ass done fell in love so fast, now you without a rubber and your shit itching, and you gotta go to the damn the doctor, and you gotta hope it's the curable one. You don't want that to happen. All right, bruh. Berto, we can't say slurs on Twitch. I'm a straight bro. What? I didn't say no slur. What'd I say?
Barbecue brisket. Do you know barbecue brisket? To be ready, it needs no less than 10 hours of cooking time. That's exactly how a girl is. She needs a long period to cook and be ready. But you're like instant ramen. You're quick to boil. You see her, you like her, she laughs at your joke. Boom, you're obsessed. So what I want you to do now is this. When you talk to a girl, stay cool and take your time. Don't rush. If she wants to come, great. If she doesn't, also great. You hung out today? Good. Didn't see her until next week? Also good. Don't care too much. Give her time.
You never want to be obsessed, bro. You never want to be desperate. You just want to flow, bro. Let shit vibe. Just let shit flow and vibe. At the end of the day, what I always tell y'all, it's like, you need to be so busy and occupied in your life in the real world that you shouldn't even be feeling like you are over obsessing and stressing. It should really just be coming natural. Like, you shouldn't even be thinking to yourself, oh, she white. It's like, bro, nah, you should be having things in your everyday life that you working towards doing, whether it's your job, whether it's your goals, whether it's that side project, whether it's just hanging out with the boys, you know what I'm saying, whether it's going to the gym, like, you know what I'm saying, you should be occupied enough to where you don't even have time to be hitting this motherfucker. Well, oh no, she didn't like, all right, bro, you don't want to be that guy.
Every time you're speaking to a girl or interacting with her, remember this rule. You are instant ramen and she is barbecue brisket. The second thing, and it's the reason that this desire rises and the foundation of this entire video, is investment. Since I started the How to Attract Women series, I've been talking about investment, but today I'm going to go deep into it and explain it to you thoroughly. You'll walk away from this video understanding how a girl thinks more than you understand yourself. So listen closely. Investment is one of the simplest ways to measure someone's desire. The more someone invests time or effort into something, the more they want it, the more they need it, and the more they feel attached to it. If you buy a book, the chances of you reading it completely are higher than if your friend just gave it to you for free. A woman's current level of investment is what determines whether or not she's willing to do something with a new man she's just met. How much a woman values something is directly tied to how much she has invested in it. That means if a woman invests a lot in you, she will value you more, desire you more, and may even start chasing you. Most men don't realize this and don't take advantage of it. In fact, fact, most men do the exact opposite. They think they have to make things as easy as possible for a girl to be with them. They open doors for her, buy her dinner, and do everything she asks.
This is the thing though. All of this can be cute. All of this is cool. And I'm not mad at you being a gent. But at the same time, there's a difference between being a gent and being a fucking simp. Women always gonna be able to see through that. It's like when you acting like, how do I explain it? It's the desperation, bro. They can smell the desperation. So while it's cool and definitely admirable to be opening doors and all that stuff, like that's dope. Like you shouldn't not do that. But at the same time, for you to be on some like, you're always available. You're not getting no sleep. You always picking up her calls at 4 a.m. while she talking about some other nigga. Venting to you about some other nigga. Oh, he done broke my heart. He cheated again. And you fucking, oh, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. Do you want me to come over and bring you some flowers? Yes, please. And then as soon as you get there, she's like, actually, we made up and I'm about to go let him clap again. Like, you don't want to be that guy, bro. You don't want to be overly available. Like, again, you need to have your own life. And that's not even on no toxic shit, bro. That's not even on no toxic shit. It's just like, be your own man. For you. For you. I appreciate all the first-time chatters in the chat, man.
Then they end up completely frustrated, wondering why the girl decided to just stay friends with them while going back to her toxic ex-boyfriend she used to cry about for nights. How can she possibly prefer a guy like that?
Lex said, yo, Berto, ever since I started watching your videos a few months ago, I went from being a complete loser in person to working on myself. Thank you. I really do appreciate that, and I'm really happy that I had any positive impact in your life in any way, shape, or form, bro. Real shit. Without y'all, I'm nothing. So the fact that you can even say that to me, bro, thank you, bro. I appreciate that, Lex, and appreciate you pulling up to the stream. Hell yeah.
Over the one who did everything for her. Because, simply put, we humans love the things we invest in more. So, investment in short is any time or effort a woman puts into you in any form. And the more she invests in you, the more her desire for you grows over time. Investment comes in many forms, and I'll explain each one to you in detail. Compliance is extremely powerful. Every yes a girl gives you pulls her deeper into emotional connection with you. And most women don't start investing automatically. Yes, some do. There are girls who will cook for you, plan things, text you first, and bring you gifts, and you barely have to guide them.
When I say that I'm nothing without y'all, it's just more like at the end of the day, you know, yes, I'm working my ass off, and it's true, you know, I love what I do and I show up, but without y'all support, the fact that y'all trust me, and you know, again, I do feel like I'm a trustworthy person. I put the work in, you know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like I don't deserve it, but at the end, it's like, yeah, as a content creator, y'all support is the reason why I'm able to do what I do. So I am nothing without y'all, but you know, it's a mutual exchange, I think.
Are auto investors, and when you find one, life becomes easy. But most girls are not like that. They are waiting for you to take the lead and create the structure for them to follow. Not because they are lazy or cold, but because that's what feels right to them. A woman feels more feminine and more attracted when you are the one setting the rhythm and she is the one responding. Now here's how to actually apply that. There are 3 levels to this type of investment, from easy to difficult. You start with the first level where she responds to you, then you move to the second level, and from there to the third. Let's start with the first level. Compliance requests. Compliance requests are the simplest and easiest type of compliance to obtain. They are also the most comfortable for social beginners, as they are the least demanding and therefore the least intimidating for someone just starting out. A compliance request is simply asking a girl for something in a polite way. Examples: can you hand me a napkin? Shall we meet at 4 o'clock? May I have this dance?
Okay, so he's getting real scientific with it. You know, I was actually just reading a book about this. It's kind of like our inherent nature as a man is to lead. So while you don't want to be like this toxic guy where you like trying to like, oh, do this, do that, where you're like controlling. But when you are politely asking them to do things for you, you are inherently stepping into your masculine nature, like on a scientific level, to where it's like, oh yeah, can you go get that for me, please? It's like, oh yeah. And what is a woman in her feminine nature? Oh yeah, for sure, baby, I got you. So, you know, on a scientific level, like, he's really spitting some facts in this video, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Y'all need to take the notepad and pen out. Like, he talking.
Compliance requests are best used in the following situations. When you are a beginner and don't know what type of compliance to use. When you are with a woman who is dominant or independent. When you are with a woman who is resisting your direct compliance commands. If you're new to getting women to invest in you and you're unsure of what kind of compliance to use, start with a compliance request. It's the easiest for a girl to say yes to because she feels like she's being asked, not ordered. So even if she doesn't yet see you as a leader, a man she would trust, follow, and listen to, she will usually still feel okay with complying. If you're with a very dominant and independent woman, it's often best to begin with compliance requests and gradually move to more demanding forms of compliance as her investment increases. And if you're with a woman who is resisting higher level compliance, try stepping back to compliance requests and rebuild the investment from there. When you use compliance requests, you are getting the girl to invest in you without her realizing it. She gets used to saying yes to you, and as a result, you've cooked her enough to move on to the second type of compliance. Compliance demands. Compliance demands are when you give a direct order for compliance instead of asking nicely. You can take any compliance request and turn it into a compliance demand, such as, hand me the napkin, sweetheart. We're meeting at 4 o'clock. Let's dance. Compliance demands are direct instructions given to the woman to comply, and as long as she respects you and feels like she has a chance with you, she's likely to go along with them. It also depends on the level of investment the compliance demand requires. Of course, telling her to give you a ride home just minutes after meeting her is going to be premature. Small to medium investment demands are usually appropriate. If you've just met her, she might resist a compliance demand unless you've presented yourself clearly as a high value man from the beginning. If she sees you as high value right from the start, you can skip the lower levels of.
Jen said, I usually just walk up to her and pretend I'm Duke Dennis in my head. This always works. I mean, if that's one way to build your confidence, I guess, but I'd go ahead and vote that you just need to become the more confident version of yourself. We don't, what?
Compliance, like requests, and jump straight to higher ones. If you're using compliance requests with a girl, your goal should always be to escalate to compliance demands. Once you start giving compliance demands and she obeys, she'll begin to respect you more and see you as a leader and a potential romantic partner. And from here, we move to the final type of compliance, taken compliance. Taken compliance usually relies on actions and often on physically doing something with the girl. It must be reached through the lower levels of compliance, except for men who have exceptionally strong fundamentals. These men can sometimes begin an interaction with taken compliance, bypassing both requests and demands. To illustrate, here are some examples of taken compliance. Taking a girl's hand and saying, come, and leading her somewhere. Physically moving her slightly to stand next to you or pulling her closer to sit nearer to you. Kissing her and being more physically intimate with her.
I feel like something that a lot of guys don't even realize that you can do, especially when you get to a certain comfortability with a woman. Like, bro, you don't gotta like you can grab her and just say, come here. Like, you can do that. It doesn't, like, you don't always have to be on, like, you got to learn how to read body language. A lot of y'all have gotten to the point where she's hanging out with you, she's sitting in your bed, she's waiting for you to make a move, brother. You got to make a move, man. You the man. You got to make the move, bruh. Most women aren't going to make the first move. And a lot of y'all be sitting back just confused, like, oh shit, like literally watching Netflix. Like, she came over to Netflix and chill, and you really Netflix and chilling, bro. Somebody asked me, Berto, how do you feel about aura farming? I mean, if it's you talking about in a corny, cringy way, then I mean, I don't really know. But from as far as I know, aura farming is just you not trying to look like a goofball. So I mean, yeah, if you don't want to walk into the room feeling like a goofball and your priorities lie in just trying to stay more stoic and, you know, coming off a little bit more confident, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I think you should also be genuine to yourself. I don't think it's like corny if you're more of a comedic type of guy. You know what I'm saying? You just want to be the best version of yourself. And that's going to look a little bit different for everybody. Some guys are going to be a little bit, you know, more talkative. Some guys are a little more quiet. Like me personally, I'm kind of shy. Like, I don't really like to talk too much. I don't really like to talk to new people too much. I don't really like to go out. like that. So, you know, it's just a little bit different for everybody. What's up, Carrie? What's up, little shorty? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream.
Kissing and physical escalation are forms of taken compliance. Some guys run into the issue where the girl seems to like them, but resist at the moment of kissing or getting close. This is because those men haven't gotten the woman to invest enough yet to feel comfortable doing those things with them. If a man has been constantly asking, would you like to go here? Or do you think we should do that? And then suddenly tries to get her into bed without any gradual escalation, it will feel awkward and uncomfortable to her. Because let's be honest, he's not going to ask, would you like to sleep with me? That's why it's critically important to always escalate the levels of compliance. Your goal should always be to reach the stage of taken compliance. You can also think of taken compliance as assumed compliance. You simply move forward and of course she follows. Everything we've just covered is only the first type of investment. And by the way, I often see comments from guys asking me, how do I lead a woman? So let me tell you, what I just explained to you is one of the most important things you need to understand.
Bro, I've said this before. How do you lead? Just do what you want. Just do what you want. Because a lot of times y'all be scared to get rejected, but think about it like this, bro. If a girl rejects you when you are literally doing what you want, you are literally trying to be yourself, you are literally trying to show her the things that you're interested in, and she's just like, yo, I don't fuck with this, then y'all not compatible at all. Because it goes both ways. The same way, like, say y'all are supposed to get really close, the same way that you would be making compromises and doing things with her that you might not necessarily be that interested in, but you know that she's interested in, it's the same way for you. So it's like, if you as a man are bringing a woman into your world and she's rejecting what you are trying to do and what you are trying to lead with, then you should be happy to a degree. Thank you for saving me from wasting my time. Thank you, literally.
About leadership. Now let's talk about the second type of investment, mental rumination. Rumination is when a woman thinks about you. As mentioned earlier in the How to Attract Women series, the more a woman thinks about you, the deeper she falls for you. So this is a powerful source of investment and one that works even when you're not around her. There are three main ways to trigger this kind of rumination. 1. Give her a task to do in her free time. When you give a woman a task to complete during her free time, she'll be thinking about you while planning and carrying out that task.
That's good advice.
Every time she remembers, oh right, I need to ask my coworker about the show tickets Needle told me to try to get, or I need to remember to buy the ingredients for my dinner with Needle tonight. She's thinking about you, and as she carries out the task, she's doing it for you. Assigning a woman a task is a great way to have her invest in you without even needing to be present. I personally like asking women to bring food with them when they come over, sometimes something simple like dessert. Sometimes they pick up takeout on the way. I also ask them to research things we're going to do together, like going to a show or taking a short trip. 2. Give her something to try to figure out about you. Getting a woman to wonder about what you think or what you might do is one of the most powerful ways to
staying mysterious. I guess that's what they call the aura farming. Another, this is just some advice right off the top. If you on that first date, don't let all the beans out the bag. Don't tell your life story out the bag. Like, you know what I'm saying? Allow her to unwind you a little bit. Same goes for her. Just imagine you show up to the dinner date and the motherfucker just start trauma dumping on your ass. Oh, when I was and this guy did this and this guy did that. You'd be like, man, I ain't even trying to hear all this bullshit. Fuck. I don't even know you like that for you to be trauma dumping on me. So just chill. Try to keep it fun. I'm not saying you don't want to get to know each other. And it's great when you guys can have deep conversations and whatnot. But at the same time, leave something for the second date, the third date, the fourth date. Be a little mysterious. That's what y'all call aura farming though, huh? Some piccolo shit, just nonchalant shit. Nah, I'm playing. You don't want to be too nonchalant. I mean, again, you want to be authentic to yourself. But what I'm saying still stands though.
To trigger mental rumination. Some of the most common questions women try to figure out about the attractive guy they've recently met are, does he like me? How much does he like me? Does he have a girlfriend? Will he make a move when I see him or when we go to that place together? While a woman is trying to work out the answers to any of these questions, she keeps thinking about you more and more, often to the point where she's dying to know the truth. Of course, if you just give her the answer directly, you kill the mystery, and with it, the very reason she's interested. So, when you do choose to answer such questions, questions, do it in a way that replaces the mystery with some other intriguing or fascinating piece of information about yourself. But this shows you the power of mystery and why it's so important not to reveal all your cards too soon.
I just said everything that bro said before he said it.
Women are attracted to mysterious
I guess that this is why I be making original content, because I be knowing what I'm talking about, bro.
men. A man who is too easy to figure out is boring. It's much better to be a puzzle to her. 3. Give her a reason to be angry at you or resent you. When you succeed in truly making a girl mad at you, she will spend a lot of time thinking about you, stewing with.
So, okay, this might be the first thing on the list that I don't necessarily agree with. I don't think you should be going out of your way to make anybody upset. What I do think is you should, especially early on, you should prioritize what's important to you. So like, don't go missing days off work. Don't go, skipping the gym. Don't go like doing things that are genuinely gonna frustrate or disrupt your life just to please her. Because again, that's a desperate move. It's like, oh shit, if I don't go to the gym today and I go fucking, I don't know, go goddamn cuddle with her, that's what's gonna make her happy. But you on your grind, you locked in. You might think in that short term, when you go show up to that little cuddle date, that it was a W, but actually in the long term, it's shit like that make people respect you less. Because it's like, if you don't stand for nothing, you fall for anything. You know what I'm saying? And this is not, and this really doesn't just apply to just relationships, but just in life. This nigga, why do you feel like people always take advantage of you? It's because you keep showing up. Oh, I know when I call whoever, I know when I call Nick is a made up person. I don't know who Nick is. Sorry if your name is Nick watching this video. But I know when I call Nick, he's gonna drop everything he's doing and come help me with my shit. You know what I'm saying? Again, now I'm not saying it's not bad to be a reliable person, but it be shit like that where you eventually start to become a pushover. You got to learn how to say no. No actually will earn more respect. Like, nah, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but I have my priorities.
Emotion and running through mental scenarios involving you. That's a massive amount of mental investment. Then when you flip the situation around, you'll find she falls for you hard, much harder than if she had never gotten angry at you in the first place. But this one is dangerous, and I can't recommend it for beginners.
Yeah, I don't recommend this for nobody. I don't think you should be purposely being an asshole just to get somebody's emotions riled up. Like, again, if you move within your own best interest, think this might happen naturally. And, it's a good play because, like I said, it will allow that person to respect you more when you are prioritizing what you deem to be important to your life. But you definitely, this is probably the only advice so far where I heard is like, don't do that. Don't just be an asshole just to be like, oh yeah, I got under her skin. Like, no, I don't think that's cool.
So be aware of it, but it's best not to use it as something you actively try to do on purpose. And the third type of investment is temporal investment. Temporal investment is simply having women spend time with you. Generally speaking, the more time a woman spends with you, the more attached and invested she feels. This point is obvious. Most men know that if they want a girl, they need to get her to spend time with them. Temporal investment is considered a form of passive investment. In other words, an investment the woman makes in you without actively doing anything. Just by being around you, she's investing in you. However, because it's passive, it's also a less effective way to generate real investment. You cannot rely solely on temporal investment because a woman spends time with many people without falling in love with them. Where temporal investment becomes essential is in long-term relationships. The more time she spends with you over time, the more emotionally invested she becomes. In that sense, temporal investment is kind of like gravity. Its effects are barely noticeable at lower levels, but at higher levels, it can be incredibly powerful. So what I want you to understand now from all of this is that the way a woman falls in love is through investing in you over a long period of time. And by the way, if you want to dive deeper, I invite you to...
This is a pretty W video, man. I agree with most of what he's saying, and at the end of the day, you want a woman to fall in love with you. Be yourself, be confident, be stoic, don't give it all up on the first night. You know, our version as men, our version of not giving it up all on the first night is just fucking hold some of your best stories for the second date. You know what I'm saying? The third date, the fourth date. Like, you know, allow the questions to lead in that direction. And even sometimes you might even be able to hit them with a, I'm not ready to tell you that yet. Straight up. She'll be like, what? No, why? No, tell me. Nah, I'll save it for later. You'll be surprised. It'd be shit like that that'll make them really start thinking like, oh shit, like, this nigga really different. Like, what he got going on? So, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Give me your experiences with if you failed at attempting to do these things, or if you've had some success, and maybe leave some advice for somebody in the comments, you know, to help them out. My name's Berto. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all tap into the Twitch. That is,
Where you at, Berto?
link to that will be in the description. And I'm gone.
Where you at, Berto?